Hello everyone, my name is Sulechin and I'm first year computer engineering student. Today we're going to solve LeetCode question number 2108. Find first palindromic string in the array. In this question, we are given a list of words and we need to find the first palindrome string in the list. We are given an array of strings. Our task is to check words, find the first word that is a palindrome, return it immediately. If no palindrome exists, return an empty array. A string is a palindromic if it reads the same forward and backward. For example, this is a array in this ABC. If we read it from forward ABC and read it from backward CBA, so this is not the same, and car is also not the same. ADA. If we read it from forward ADA and backward ADA, so both are the same. So this is a palindromic and this is the first, so we have to return this. You can see in the output. So for this we have to run a for loop in the array. So run for loop string s in the words. Here we will declare I is equals to 0 and int j is equals to s dot size. So s is a string, so j is the size of these strings. Now we will run a while loop. In while loop we will keep conditions. This loop will run when I is smaller than j and s of I is equals to s of j. So we will going to see the first and the last letter. We will going to check the first and the last letter of the string. If first and the last are the same, then we will move to second and second last. Similarly, we move to third and the third last, and till when I is greater than j. So this while loop only runs when I is smaller than j and s of I is equals to s of j. So when it run, it has to do I plus plus and j minus minus. Now, when the for loop is complete, we have to check if that string is palindromic or not. If the string is not palindromic, then the value of I, if it's not palindromic, means the first word and the last word is not same, then the value of I and the value of I is still smaller than the j. So in the if condition, we're going to write I is greater than equals to j. Greater than equals to, if this is happen, we have to return s. But if all this thing will not happen, we are going to return an empty string. So let's try run this code. So for example, let's take the first input, the word array. So from here, the string s in the all the strings in the word s. So this loop will run on all the string. So first it take the ABC string, took the ABC string. So size is 3 and in while loop. Now in while loop it will check I smaller than j. So the value of I is 0 and j is 2. the j is 3. So I is still smaller than j. And here is a AND operator. So s of I is equals to s of j. So s of I means a and s of j means c. So these both are not the same. So this while loop will not going to run. Now we will check the if condition. If I is greater than or equals to j. So the value of I is 0 and j is 2. So this if is also not possible. Now we will move to the next string, car. In car also this will happen. We will move to the second. Now ADA. So in ADA, the I is equals to 0, j is equals to 3. But in the while, I smaller than j, yes, I is 0 and j is 3. So j is 2. So I is j is 3, sorry. I is smaller than j. And s of I is equals to s of j. So s of I is equals to a and s of j is equals to a. So s of I is equals to s of j. So it will move to this. And now I is equals to 1 and j is equals to 2. Now here we will check if I is greater than or equals to j. So 1 second. Okay, so in this we have to keep value is equals to I less than j. Okay. So now the I is also 1, j is also 1. So now I and j both are the same. So if I is greater than j or equals to, so this condition is true. So it will return s. S is a ABA string, ADA string. Let's try and run this. Okay, I forgot semicolon. Okay, so this is it. So now I will take another example of madam. Not a madam, race car. Okay, race car. Now the j is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minus 6. Okay, so j is equals to 6. So here I is smaller than j. Yes, I is equals to 0 and j equals to 6. I is smaller than j. S of I is equals to S of j. S of I is r and r true. So the while loop is also true. So I is equals to 1 and j is equals to 5. Now it will check I is greater than equals to j. So I is not greater than equals to j. So while loop, no, sorry. So this happened. Now the while loop runs again. Now I is smaller than is equals to j. Yes, I is 1 and j is 5. I is 1 and j is 5 now. S of I is equals to S of j. S of right for now S of I is a and S of j is a. So both are same. So the while loop runs again. So it will 2. This is 4. Now I is smaller than j. Yes, I is smaller than j. S of 2. S of 2 is c and S of 4. S of 4 is also c. So this will run again 3 and 3. Now the both are 3. Now it will check. I is smaller than j? No, I is not smaller than j. So because of this condition, the while loop don't run again and it move to the this line. Now in this line, if I is greater than equals to j, yes, I is equals to j. So it will return s. So submit this question. So this is question number 2108. Find first palindromic string in the array. Thank you.